Russ Bedner, owner-operator of Bedners Farm and Greenhouse, and I'm here today with Brandon, my nursery manager, and we're going to go over the 5 key points of successful tree planting. The first step is the proper digging depth and width of the hole.
So the proper depth on digging your hole is you want the top of that root ball of that tree flush with the surrounding ground. And the way I use that to measure is I'll put a shovel across the hole to see just how high or low my root ball is. So if my root ball is too low, I add a little bit of soil below that. If it's too high, I try and take a little bit away. If you're high with your root ball, that is okay, but if you're too low, that can lead to severe problems later on. Width-wise, I like to be around 6 to 8 inches wider all the way around the root ball from top to bottom. Now we want to talk about root ball preparation before planting. A common problem in container plants is roots will hit the sidewall of the container and circle around the root ball. This can be detrimental to the tree's health later on in life and lead to unsuccessful growth and possibly premature death. So what you want to do with that root ball is you want to score the sides of those roots to break those circling roots up. That will encourage more flush root growth and encourage those roots to grow more out and into the surrounding soil.
Next step is proper backfilling and mixing of your soil when you're doing your backfilling. So when you dig your hole, what you can do is actually take your native soil, put it into your wheelbarrow, and then get a good compost or bumper crop is what we use whenever we do our tree plantings, and mix it 25 to a 50% ratio with your existing soil, and then backfill it around the root ball. After you've backfilled the tree, you want to get your hose and water it in. So turn your hose on, and you want to go all the way around the perimeter of the fresh soil that you just backfilled with. And as you water, all the air bubbles are going to get out of the soil. This is going to take probably about 10 minutes worth of watering. You may want to take a break in between. Once the water starts to float off the top like that, let it settle. Wait another 3-5 minutes and then continue the process. You want to get the water all the way to the base of the root ball so it gets all the air pockets out of your backfilled soil. So after you watered in, you may have some settling of the soil, which is the difference between your existing soil and where you backfilled. So in this case, if you do have that, you want to put some extra backfilled soil and fill in the gap and then re-water.
A good technique in ensuring that your tree has a long life, starting out when they're young, is mulching. Mulching is key to moisture retention and keeping insects and disease away from your tree. Now the big key point for this is keeping the mulch away from the trunk. If you allow mulch up to the trunk, this can increase insect and disease activity, which can be detrimental to your tree's health and lifespan. Now as you can see, we've placed a mulch ring around the base of this tree. We've been careful to keep it away from the trunk all the way around and to make sure we covered the area where we backfilled the soil. This will help moisture retention throughout the first couple years of the tree's life and help prolong its beginning health and hopefully grow to a large, mature, established tree. The final step in your tree success is staking. Now a tree of this size doesn't necessarily need staked, but a larger tree may. You can stake with either 2 or 3 stakes. This will allow the tree to be stable and not rock back and forth, which can cause damage to the young roots.
So those are the 5 key techniques of proper tree planting. I want to thank Brandon today for coming out and helping me with the video. Don't forget to stop out and visit us at Bedners Farm and Greenhouse.